Let's talk about what happens when we have a long sentence and when there are a lot of content words in one sentence. Let's learn how to divide the sentences into what we call thought groups. Look at our sentence again. I will be driving to the market to buy something to eat. We have 4 different content words, but we can say we have 2 different thought groups. One of them is, I was driving to the market. That's a unit that can go together. I was driving to the market. And the second unit, or the second thought group, can be this sentence, to buy something to eat. I was driving to the market to buy something to eat. When you break up the sentence into thought groups, you need to decide which word is the most important word of that particular thought group. That most important word is called a focus word. In this sentence, I will be driving to the market. Market is the focus word. Usually the focus word is towards the end of the thought group. I was driving to the market. And then you can pause to buy something to eat. And eat is your second focus word. So this sentence has 2 focus words. Sometimes a sentence can have 3. For example, I was driving to the market to get something to eat because I was very hungry. Hungry can be the third focus word. If your sentences are long, it's very important to divide them. How do you divide them? Just use your instinct. It's kind of a natural place to pause. You wouldn't, for example, say, I will be driving to. You wouldn't pause here, right? You would say, I will be driving to the market. So it's kind of logical. You can also pause here if you want to. I will be driving to the market. Listen, I will be driving to the market, or I will be driving to the market. You have a little bit of a choice of where you need to pause and where you break up the thought group. It depends on you. It depends on how quickly you want to speak. The important thing to remember is when you have a thought group, emphasize one key word the most. Let's try another sentence like that. I was watching a movie with my friends when suddenly it began to rain. Obviously, that's a really long sentence. If you don't put any melody in that sentence, if you don't stress any words in that sentence, that's going to be a hard sentence to understand. So let's break it up. I was watching a movie. That's your first thought group. The focus word would be movie. Repeat after me. I was watching a movie. With my friends. With my friends could be another thought group. I was watching a movie with my friends. Or if you want to speak a little faster, you can say, I was watching a movie with my friends. I would personally prefer to pause. I was watching a movie with my friends. When suddenly it started to rain. When suddenly it started to rain. Rain would be your focus word. When suddenly it started to rain. Listen again to the whole sentence. I was watching a movie with my friends when suddenly it started to rain. All right, this creates a very nice rhythm, a very nice melody, and it makes your speech much easier to understand. Let's practice another sentence. I was so tired that I couldn't wait to get home. I was so tired that I couldn't wait to get home. That's 3 thought groups, or 2 thought groups. I was so tired that I couldn't wait to get home. It's kind of up to you. I prefer the second one in this case. I was so tired that I couldn't wait to get home. Let's practice some sentences now. If I forget to pay my bill, please remind me about it. In that sentence, we have 2 focus words, bill and remind. Let's read the sentence again. If I forget to pay my bill, please remind me about it. He wants to know if you need anything from the supermarket. He wants to know if you need anything from the supermarket. Did you know it was snowing in all parts of the East Coast? Did you know it was snowing in all parts of the East Coast? This last sentence can have 2 thought groups or 3 thought groups. When we climbed to the top of the mountain, we could see the ocean. Or 2 thought groups. When we climbed to the top of the mountain, we could see the ocean. When you have a longer sentence with several thought groups, make sure you find the focus word and stress that one the most. And remember, usually it's the last content word, usually a noun or a verb.